Hi, my name is Anamika Hops, and this is the Art Friend Show, where every conversation focuses on getting to know the essence of creativity itself. I'd love to invite you as well to join me inside of Art Friend School, where we go deeper into these topics and join in with other art friends around the world. Thanks so much for joining us, and let's get to the show. Hi, my name is Anamika, or you can call me Mika, and I'm an artist in Portland, Oregon. I've been drawing and painting and teaching adults professionally for 17 years since graduating after studying fine art. I absolutely love making things, and I'm I'm starting a very ambitious project that I'd like to invite you to participate in with me. I've had this idea for a long time, and it's, you know how it is when something's just like knocking at you and it comes again. So here's the idea. The idea I've had for a long time is to start a show called Art Friend. And the form could eventually take the form of a podcast or a YouTube channel. In my dream of dreams, it would become like a TV show. But for now, I want to just start. And this is the day that people around the world are starting the 100-Day Project. And so I thought, what better way to workshop this idea than to start my show called Art Friend. And so I'm going to tell you just a little bit about the concept of the show and then invite you to participate, okay? So the concept of the show is quite simply to have conversations with all of our art friends. And I've come upon that concept because as a professional working artist and teacher, and as I've evolved into a mentor, I seem to be the most useful as people's art friend. So even my clients who take my $6,000 signature program and change their life and take massive action, I think that the way that I'm useful to them is by loving them and their art through the process. And I see myself as like a peer, as a kindred, as a colleague. I don't think of like teachers in this hierarchical way. So friend has that vibe. So that's why I consider myself your art friend. I'm making friends with my inner art friend and inner critic, and that's all the work I do with my clients. And so I thought this might be cool as a new thing for our community to have a show called Art Friend and talk to each other about your art and my art and the creative process. Okay, so that's the nutshell. We're going to workshop this show over the next 100 days, which feels nuts, but we can do it. And I've got a link for you in my Instagram bio. You'll see like anamika.com/links. So the first one is sign up for an art friend interview. So when you follow that link, it'll prompt you to get on my schedule. And I've made time available every day over the coming days. And it'll only let one person book per day. And then the way it'll work is we'll actually start in my Zoom room together. We'll block out half an hour, and I have a few questions for you if you want to give me info ahead of time to prepare. But I'll ask you for half an hour of your time maximum, and you'll log in from your computer or a separate device into our Zoom room, and keep your phone handy for our Instagram Live. So we'll meet in the Zoom room and I'll walk you through whatever you need. We'll get connected, we'll get you ready, we'll get you in the vibe. I'm very good at helping people with public speaking, giving artist talks, and going live. So I think that it'll be a fun way to love you through that process as well. So we'll make sure you're prepared, and then I'll walk you through the process of jumping on Instagram Live with me from your mobile device. And I would love to learn about your art in that conversation, and you can also kind of share your nutshell, your story, and then of course you can invite people to come along on your journey as well. So I think it'll be a total love fest and a win-win. It'll help me a lot because this is what I love to do. This is what I feel like whenever I consider all the options, loving on artists and being a mentor and a teacher and an art friend is like how I'm the most useful in this community, and so that's what I get paid to do professionally. So it'll really help me stay in motion with that and get to do the work. Like I obviously will just talk about this all day. So if you want to sign up on my art friend interview schedule, go to that link in my bio. I just put it in there, and you can book yourself, and then we will get prepared to talk on Instagram Live about you and your art. And if you want to see an example, I did it with one of my clients today. Her name is Roshni Patel, and she's on here as the Desi Rani. And we did an Instagram Live together. I've done it for a lot of my clients, and so I know how to support you through this process. And I will also be reaching out to a bunch of my my own existing art friends and colleagues and people on every level, from like freaking super famous to really at the initial stages of claiming the artistic identity and making your own work. And we'll talk about everything that comes along with it. Okay. And I just love the energy and optimism of 100 days. This one's very ambitious, and so on the days that I don't have anyone booked, I'll just come on here and I will talk to you. I have years and years of topics from mentoring many different artists to talk about. So I hope what I start to share as Art Friend will be helpful to you, and thanks again for tuning in. Okay, over and out. Go sign up for an interview. I can't wait to talk to you. Bye. I'd love to have you inside of Art Friend School, where we go deeper into these topics. Follow the link that's in the show notes or find it on my website at anamika.com.